Hey, welcome back off the cruise ship.
There's like zero intro.
We have not.
No intro.
This is why we don't make New Year's resolutions, because we couldn't stick to them if we
did.
did.
We don't keep them.
We said we were going to have a new intro. We just don't have one.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I can't really hear myself.
I mean, turn you up?
I don't know.
You're turned on.
As long I know I am. That's what she said. That was inappropriate.
Whatever.
I just got my pneumonia.
I'm sorry. She got her.
I'm like 90 and had to get a pneumonia vaccine.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anyways.
Wait, Olivia's back already.
Hi,
Olivia.
We're podcasting. What's going on? Who has your sweatshirt?
Campbell. The whole family is here. Anyways, we're going to get back on task here.
Hello.
There's
How's everyone
doing? Good. There's so much good stuff to talk about this week. I feel like the title of this podcast, we haven't even named it yet, but it's going to be Paris Hilton.
Okay.
We're going to dive right in.
All right.
Talk to us, Dana.
So
what do you and Paris Hilton have in common?
I'll tell you. So I just got home last night from a 4-day Caribbean cruise.
Because Dana is now 40, friends. She's dreaded this all year, and she actually survived. She made it through. Welcome to the club. Welcome to your 40s. I made it through.
I thought it was my 21st birthday, though, while I
still
was
think
there.
I'm 40, so.
I'm struggling to hear myself so badly.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's making me nervous. Because I don't think my headphones were plugged in, and now I can hear myself just fine.
I can hear you. Good.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I thought I was 21, and I partied like I was 21 years old, and I think I may or may not have gone on like a 4-day bender. I went to the doctor today, and he asked if I was a smoker, and I was like, I am not. I am absolutely not. This is just what happens when you think that you're 21 years old and that you can party hard.
Did he laugh at you?
He did, and I told him that my body is fighting me back right now and yelling at me for what I did to it over the last 4 days. I ate everything in sight, like everything in sight. I also drank everything in sight. I got my money's worth.
You weren't eating any gluten or dairy prior to your leaving.
Correct, but I chose to allow myself to eat those things. So
how did it react?
How do you think it reacted?
Hey, you vacated.
Yeah, I don't think I gained very much weight this cruise. I'll tell you that much. No, it was so fun. We had like terrible experiences as far as like world's worst weather. Got delayed on the way there all day long. Got delayed on the way home all day long. But we truly made the absolute best of every crappy situation. Yeah. Like we somehow
situation.
I mean, all
that dairy and gluten.
But we really did have like so much fun. We just had to adjust.
So get to the Paris Hilton part.
Okay, so we were going there
Dana.
on Thursday, and our flight got delayed all day long. Like literally, no exaggeration. Frontier Airlines, which it's my own fault for booking with Frontier because I should have known, delayed us 8 times.
I thought it was 7.
No, it was 8. We counted like how many text messages like came through. And it was 7 or 8 times. It was like at one point.
Airline travel right now just in
it's awful. It doesn't even matter the airline. It's a mess.
But I have a flight returning home on Monday, and it got canceled 3 days ago.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Crazy.
Drive. So yeah, seriously. And we were at the point like we were sitting at a restaurant having lunch on Thursday when they canceled it, and drinks. We were like kicking off the weekend. And we were like, what's our backup plan? Like, we were already, like, starting to think, like,
you drive.
Like, do we drive? And then we were like, do we drive 15 hours, though, for a 3-day cruise? Like, that seems excessive. We're like, I don't know. So, P.S., glad we didn't, because no one would have been able to drive us home the 15 hours yesterday, just so you know. Like, it would not have been a good scenario. But so we got delayed all day, so we ended up going to the airport at, like, 2 in the afternoon. And it just kept delaying. So what else do you do in Hopkins Airport? But we bar hopped through Hopkins. So
there's only so many bars. Did you revisit some of them?
We visited. We like literally. I mean, I was definitely.
Dana got a job at the airport.
I was feeling good. I was like, good thing we already made it through TSA. Like it was. I was feeling good. Oh, my TSA pre-check didn't come through for some reason. Like it was truly like one thing after another was not working. So for like in my day. So we finally like. It's 10 or 7:30 at night when our flight finally takes off. It was supposed to leave at 3. 7:30 at night finally takes off, and we're flying. My brother has a flight at the same time, but he's
He was a planned flight at 7:30.
He was a planned flight at 7:30. So our flights are, no exaggeration, taking off next to each other.
She texts me, I'm racing sync. My brother
We're racing.
and his wife.
We're racing to Orlando.
They
together.
won.
They won. They beat us by 5 minutes. And so we finally get there. Well, anyways, we're in Hopkins, and we're like, wait a second, this is so dumb. Why are we going to the hotel we were planning on going to? It's out of the way. We were originally planning on going there because we were going to like meet up with friends and have the whole afternoon and evening.
Sounded delightful.
And now that's not going to work out. We should just stay where my brother's staying right at the airport because we're not going to get until after 10. We're exhausted.
Were you going to share a room with your brother?
No, we were just going to like get a room. Okay. We were actually sharing a room
Dana
with Carrie
doesn't
and Andy.
like to share rooms.
I don't, but I did share a room with Carrie and Andy.
Did you sleep with Carrie or Tom?
I slept with Tom. Okay. I slept in bed with Tom. Actually, I will say Carrie and Andy and Tom and I traveled very well together considering. I still don't prefer sleeping in rooms with other adults. Like, I feel like I'm past that in my life. But it was a one-night thing. It was fine.
One-night stand.
It was a one-night stand with the Aslins.
You were very quiet when we came in.
They were not. Oh, Carrie and I went to bed. They, like, went to the hotel bar.
We should now title this podcast Dana's One-Night Stand.
That's also a good one. We could, yeah.
Our listenership will be up.
Let's do that.
Okay. Paris Hilton and the One-Night Stand.
Yes. So, that's good too.
Go on, Paris Hilton.
So I'm trying to tell, like, we decide we're not going to stay at this Hilton. We're going to stay at the Marriott instead. So I call the Hilton and I'm like, hey, we are still in Cleveland. Like, our plans have completely changed. We are stuck in Cleveland. Is there any way we can cancel this hotel reservation? The lady at the Hilton's like, I don't think so.
Lady at the Hilton.
Well, she was like, I don't think so, but like I can transfer you to like the next, the call center.
Available technician to help you.
Right, exactly. Transfers me over. The lady's like, let me see what I can do. Nope, sorry. Goes back and forth. She's super friendly at first. Then I'm like, okay, well, I'm like stuck here. Like, there's really nothing you can do. She's like, there's really nothing I can do. Because there's someone else I can talk to. She's like, nope, I'm the highest person here. I'm like, I really don't think you're like the highest person at the Hilton. And she's like, no. And then she starts getting nasty with me. She's like, I'm the highest person. So I may or may not have got a little like nasty at this point because I was pretty PO'd and had drank my way through Hopkins. But I was like, are you telling me that I am talking to Paris Hilton right now? Like, I'm talking to Paris Hilton because I've called the Hilton and you're telling me that you're the highest person that I could possibly talk to. So I'm talking to Paris Hilton. And now this girl's laughing at me because she could not.
She's not laughing with you. She's laughing at you.
She's laughing at me. Certain. She could not contain her composure. And so then I was like, are you laughing at me? And she was like, no, but she was laughing at me. Needless to say, I did not get my way with this. We stayed at the Hilton.
Okay, so fast forward a couple days because this
2
is
days
the
later,
best part.
2 days later.
First of all, so I wasn't there, but I feel like I've heard this story.
Yeah.
So one of the other friends and her brother said, Danny, you need to take this conversation to
You're
the
loud.
You're too
he told
loud.
me you're loud in the airport. You need to go stand at that table over there. And
we might have to sleep at this
And
hotel
you also
today.
need to remember that there is a chance we are going to need to sleep at this hotel, so you really need to watch what you're saying. But I was like, this is the call center regardless. But I do need to be a little quieter. I'm in public. So
now she's on the cruise ship.
I've made it onto the cruise.
In the hot tub, probably.
In the hot tub.
She loves hot tubs.
I hate hot tubs. You guys have to know that. I hate hot tubs. But it was 60 degrees in the Bahamas, you guys. We couldn't even...
It was 85 in Puerto Rico.
Right?
I'm just saying.
We couldn't even dock. We could not dock in Nassau.
Do I look like I was in 85-degree weather?
Well, do I look like I was in the Bahamas? I don't think so. So it was awful. Couldn't dock, so we had to have a day at sea. And normally that's a great day, but because we were staying in the Bahamas for 2 days, they couldn't take us to.
I still feel like they could have taken you out. Find some sunshine.
It was awful. So it was so windy that we couldn't even go out on the deck. It was so bad. So, anyways, we are sitting in the hot tub, and these two random girls are like, "Hey, are you from Cleveland?" And I'm like, "I am." Yeah. How did you know? I'm like, "Do I have a Cleveland shirt on?" Like, what? She's like, did you fly Frontier here? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I think you were on our flight. I'm like, oh, yeah? Oh, must have a memorable face. And she's like, yeah, were you on the phone with someone? She's like, you called someone Paris Hilton? I'm like, oh my God. This might be the lowest moment of my life right now. I will say, I didn't tell you this. She was like, you were a boss. She did tell me that.
Oh, she's 21,
she's
by
22.
the way. Oh,
she was 22. Yeah. The one girl was a nurse. At Hillcrest, and the other one was a nurse at Metro.
So if you ever get injured, you want to go there. They're your friends.
They're my friends. I forget their names.
Did you tell them about the podcast?
No.
You should have.
I should have. And so the whole cruise, I like kept bumping into them. And so then on my actual birthday on Sunday night, they sent a shot over to my table, which was a shot of tequila, which really shows ages because like no.
But we're back into tequilas now.
Not the tequila they sent me.
Oh, not the same tequila.
They sent me like a shot of Cuervo.
You were like Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. Yeah. So like at 22 years old, that's what you send someone a shot of for their birthday.
Right. That's the only tequila you know. But let me
you
tell
don't
you,
know, but like
there are good tequilas.
There are good tequilas out there.
You can savor. Hi, girls.
They are not called Jose Cuervo.
When you're 21, ladies, don't drink
Jose Cuervo. So, right, exactly. So they sent me over this shot, and the waiter comes over and brings me this shot, and he's like, ma'am, I have a shot for you. They said it's from Paris Hilton. And I knew exactly who it was, and I'm like searching around.
Dana, you've made my mother want to shudder and cover her ears.
Your mother, Jane, I'm so sorry. Like, I honestly don't even know what to say right now. It was... My mother is probably mortified right now.
Heidi's like, oh my gosh, but way to go.
I was like, but I mean, it was great. Like, it was a very fun trip, but it was great group of friends. We had a great time, but it was the weather.
Oh, can I pick you apart about your Facebook post? Like, you picked me apart. You're like, I'm with like some of my favorite people. On this group. Yeah, so did mine. You read into mine more. I'm like, I'm gonna tear her up on this one.
That.
It did. It did say that.
Some of.
It did. It said some of the best people.
The smartest. It said.
Some of the smartest people. So, but I would said some of the best people would have been okay.
So, and I said, wait, I'm gonna reread mine because I think you're wrong.
I don't have my phone, or I could pull mine up.
Okay, we're gonna prove that Dana's right and Kristen's wrong.
I'm not. We don't have time for that, though. Seriously, we'll have to figure it out. There was nothing wrong with what you wrote.
Whatever.
There's nothing wrong with what I wrote. So, I did talk to Heidi while you were gone.
Whatever.
So I did a little pickup of Olivia. The kids went skiing this weekend. We went and saw Hamilton. We went to Puerto Rico.
Wait, can we? I love how she throws in Puerto Rico. Let's talk about Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico was great. I saw the convention center and the bus ride from our hotel to the convention center.
That's like what you did.
Then our flight got delayed, and so we went, which I highly recommend if you ever go to Puerto Rico to do the bioluminescence bay. It was great. We rented a car. We drove the hour out, and it was wonderful. Like, it was really, really nice. And then we went with another couple.
Yeah.
And then there were more Ohio and Farm Bureau people on the trip.
Oh,
so
really?
it was really fun.
So that's neat.
That was fun.
And you got to go, you showed me your pictures, you got to go to like Old San Juan. And
we went to Old San Juan and did a tour of the fort. We had an hour extra time. Like, we packed every moment full. And then our flight got delayed, which was really unfortunate because the kids.
Yeah, but then you got to have like an extra.
And then that's the only reason I got to see the beach.
Yeah. But you got to see the beach.
I got to see the beach, and I did not want to leave.
Yeah, I bet not.
Bill's like, we've got to be on our Uber in 15 minutes. I'm like, 2 more minutes.
I know.
Just 2 more minutes.
I know. But at least you had like that warmth and sunshine. Like, we went to the beach. So the second day we docked at Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean's like private island, which was actually a great place. Like, I was kind of like, it's probably not going to be that great.
Oh, the island is great.
I've never been there to Coco Cay.
Nice.
It was fantastic. But I just wanted to be on the sand with that warm feeling.
It feels so good. It's good for the soul.
And I couldn't get that.
Yeah.
We we rented a hotel room yesterday for just the day.
Sounds scandalous.
No, it was 4 couples rented.
Sounds even more wild.
One hotel room just so that we could access the pool at the hotel because we were all stuck there for the day. So rather than sitting in the airport, we decided to sit at the pool. So that was the only sunshine we got.
That was like us.
Weekend.
We sat on the beach instead of the airport.
Yeah.
So things work out in travel. I don't really have anything too exciting other than it's really fun to meet people like different farmers from across the country. Like, that's always neat. In Ohio, Ohio Young Ag Professionals. So there's 3 competitions. 2 of them were from Ohio winners. Like,
That's
Ohio won
like
2
a big
of the
deal.
3. It was huge.
And like every state has that.
It was huge. Every state has the Farm Bureau, including Puerto Rico, so 51 states.
And Ohio won 2.
And Ohio won 2.
That's amazing.
Of the awards. And then we actually had a really good speaker. So Life is Good. I kind of joked. I wasn't excited to hear the Life is Good. Like, so 2 brothers founded the movement Life is Good, the t-shirt company. Yeah. Some of their t-shirts, like, I'll be frank, are like kind of ugly and hideous. The reason behind their company and like some of their t-shirts when I started looking are super awesome. And he was a phenomenal speaker.
Really?
So we got to listen to him, which was awesome. And, really, like, his speech was amazing. Like, I cried at the end. Like, it was just crazy. He talked about how just like their growing up and how they started the company they did, and just their family wasn't perfect, but their mom always said life is good. Like they had struggles in their family, and that's where they get the life is good story.
Yeah, I like that.
And they're just kind of like all the good they've done to give back to the community, the world, like the things that they've done. It was really, really amazing. I needed to hear that. So look up Life is Good and read about the story, because
their background.
They said even though their life wasn't good, their life was good. Like nothing was easy for them.
So
and
I
now
think
they have
that
lots of money.
sometimes like it's very good to like force yourself to look at the good stuff, even when it feels like.
Yeah, I hate those commercials. Like I'm even getting a little teary-eyed now. Like when they talk about like childhood disease and cancer.
Yeah.
I can't watch them.
Yeah.
Like when they do the radiothons, like it tears me up. And so one of their stories was that they had given a hat to a patient at Children's Hospital who was like stage 3 terminal brain cancer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my brother lost his best friend in elementary to brain cancer, just awful. And we all kind of like struggled on that journey. And like the story, and then all of a sudden they show this picture of this like teenager at the end. And he had told this whole story about his family, and he's like, do you know who this is? And someone like shouted at his sister, like it was the girl, and she lived.
Really?
And so they met up with her, and she had her hat when she was little that they had given to the hospital. And she's like, life is good. And she's a beautiful, like, I think she just graduated from high school. So it was just a really neat story.
Cool.
But they, they'd overcome so many obstacles, like the bombing of the Boston Marathon, like COVID, like all the different things with their company, ups and downs. Like they had nothing. They lived in a van, like traveling and starting this business. So look it up. It's a really motivational, fun story.
That's really cool.
That was good.
That's really cool.
So we did see Hamilton. That was good.
Yeah.
Bill says he's now hard of hearing and he can't hear anything.
He's like 95 years old.
Yeah. So that was rough. It was hard to hear. Like it was a little hard.
I did not find it that way, but I also feel that I already know.
You know every word.
Every word to every song in Hamilton. So that's why I think if you have a really strong knowledge of Hamilton already, it's really easy to follow.
Yeah, it was just a lot.
If you have never seen it, or you've only like seen it a couple of times
on Disney Plus.
Yes, like I had only seen it on Disney Plus, but I've seen it about 37 times on Disney Plus, because in my house Hamilton is the Bible in our house. Like it is. We live life.
I posted that we went to Hamilton, and someone's like, "Didn't he die?" Like the guy's got a really funny sense of humor. I'm like, "Yeah, he did actually on stage, breaking news."
Yeah.
He's like, "Didn't he already die?" I'm like, "History was made." It was good. We ate dinner downtown, and that was fun. The kids, a couple of them took some friends. And so apparently I would just say I'm really embarrassing things. So I apparently embarrassed all the children. I told you what we talked about. I don't think it was that bad. So
I don't think it's that bad.
I talked about butchering rabbits and actually harvesting rabbits at dinner.
But the kid that you were talking about it too.
It was totally relevant.
Is also grows up
on a farm.
Grown up in a farm life. So like this would not be abnormal. If you were talking about that to like one of my kids who have not grown up. Well, I mean, now that they know you, it wouldn't. But like, if they didn't know you, they'd be like,
I think it's totally normal that I would talk about the harvesting of an animal. Totally. At the dinner table. I mean, come on, guys.
What better place is there to talk about?
There's no better place.
Like, it has come full circle right there.
I think it just goes back to like, it's really fun having teenagers and like watching them develop and grow, and like what embarrasses them, what doesn't embarrass them.
I mean, everything
sometimes, but them. Yes, but no.
Everything. Like I breathe, it embarrasses them. The way I breathe, I don't care. Like I just don't care.
Obviously, I don't care.
Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, oh, you're embarrassed by me? Good, I did it right. That's the way I look at it.
You're not my friend? Perfect.
I'm not here to be your friend.
That's right. Parents are not here to be our friend. So what else? Anything else?
No,
I feel like there's like some other things we've missed.
I do feel that way too, and I'm apologize because I feel like I'm kind of like.
Oh, I learned a new travel tip.
What's
So there's this like really cute, like this guy works at Farm Bureau, but his wife, I just adore her, and like she had the best tan ever. I mean, she fake and baked before, but she was smart. Yes, you have a stink bug flying around. It's not a gnat, it's a stink bug. It's really liking us if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh my God.
It's a big one. There, woo, it's dive bombing us.
Hey.
And we were talking, they cruise a lot too. Yep, that's a stink bug. They cruise a lot too. And so I was telling her, she's listening to the podcast for your cruise tips. And she is like, oh my gosh, yeah, the walls are totally magnetic. We take hooks too. But they take towel clips. Do you know they make super cute towel clips?
So we had some.
Of course you did.
Kelly actually brought towel clips. Yes.
I'm gonna go on
And they do
Amazon and
make
buy
super,
some.
super cute
Hers were
ones.
like flip flops.
Yeah, Kelly had
a
like
sunshine.
flamingos and
And so, but she uses them on the chairs at the beach, obviously.
Yes.
But to clip their bathing suits on the balcony, like not the balcony, but like the chairs, so they could air out.
That's a great
I'm
idea.
like, oh, that's such a good tip.
That is a great idea. So speaking of my magnetic hooks, I left mine.
Oh.
I realized it this today when I was finally unpacking that I left them there. So I'm bummed, but whatever.
Well, that's a bummer. Okay, I think we're out of time.
This was sorry that I just talked about Paris
Hilton.
Hilton, my one night stand.
And you did go to the Hilton, so Hiltons are actually lovely.
It was a great hotel. I mean, I had no problem with it, but I was just annoyed that I had to like drive out of the way to get there.
Yeah,
That's all.
it's okay.
It is what it is.
You know,
Oh, now we're doing
real struggles.
my first world struggles.
Friends, until next time, we're mismatched.
Have a good week.